This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity Podcast. Today's discussion will go through 8 stories that we're following this morning, this week. And thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity Business Podcast. First, the markets point slightly down today after a great start to the year. Thus far this year, the NASDAQ is up almost 6% year to date. The S&P is up 4.5% year to date. So overall, a good year so far in the markets. Second, a good story in Barron's about Tesla stock is falling. Here's what's dragging it down. Tesla's down about 25% year to date. They just raised the price of their most popular vehicle, the Model Y. Tesla is the complete leader of EV sales in the United States. So that's still to their credit, but it's become a slowing growth market, and Tesla's been priced very much like a growth stock. It sold nearly 1.85 million EVs in 2023, and it's only pure play EV manufacturer at that type of scale. So fast to see what they've done. Third, a story about China and the Chinese stock market. The Chinese stock market is about $9 trillion. They are right now using what's called the Chinese National Team, which is sort of a government group that's trying to keep stock prices up, so they're investing in the market and Chinese index funds to do that. But the market is spiraling down, and there's great concern that in the long term, there's just lots of economic real trouble in China that's going to make this a challenging issue. Fourth, we should have today's episode, this one, plus 2 other episodes today of Becker Private Equity. One is the midlife crisis, the gentleman farmer and watering the cows. The second is every person in business needs go-to people. We'll talk about those separately. Fifth, the one-year treasury is back to almost 4.89% or so. That becomes very attractive and hard for savers to ignore. The 10-year treasury is also at plus 4%, also historically a really good rate and fascinating to watch. Sixth, Powell tells 60 Minutes that he's not ready to cut rates just yet. He had a long discussion on that in 60 Minutes last night. Bloomberg covered that. Seventh, NVIDIA is up 37% year to date, including today's pre-market gain. So it's still knocking it out of the park. The A story we're following is Motley Fool does a fantastic job this morning in an article discussing the seven magnificent seven, which are known as Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Tesla, and NVIDIA. It basically says Google is a huge buy right now. It is not as positive about buying NVIDIA right now, but who knows? But in any event, it does a great job of laying out the general thesis on those 7 companies. For example, on Amazon, it says Amazon brought in nearly 40% of every dollar spent in U.S. online retail sales in 2022. It's also the parent of Amazon Web Services, which is responsible for nearly a third of global cloud infrastructure service share. So it talks about sort of the business case. It does that for each of these companies. Separately, we talked about how Tesla's the complete leader in EVs and why Tesla remains such an important stock. But in any event, a fascinating piece in Motley Fool. In any event, those are 8 of the stories we're following today. Also, I guess a PS, Taylor Swift, amazing what she has accomplished. I can't help but give her credit. She won again last night, big. In the awards, the 4th time she's won Album of the Year. She's the only person that's ever done that. The other people on that list are people like Frank Sinatra. It's really an amazing feat by Taylor Swift. Whether you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan, a Taylor Swift fan or not, amazing what she's accomplished. Finally, Becker's Healthcare annual meeting is April 8th to 11th. There'll be thousands of healthcare executives there. President Bush, Michael Strahan, Bill Belichick, Martha Stewart, all speaking, plus great health system executives. Any questions at all at any time, if you text me, you listen to this all the way through, 773-766-5322. Please feel free to text or call. If you're the first person to text or calls me on this particular episode, 8 stories we're following today, I'll send you a $100 Amazon gift certificate to thank you. Thank you very, very much.